Thanks, Mark. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you all. For Mohammed Ibn al-Ajami. I never stop believing in the power of poetry, how the pen can seal fear inside the minds of leaders or capture the spirit of those who want to fight and live on the way they want to. My lips moisten at the words of Desaad and Reinaldo Arenas. Salty tongues hold truths that dogs don't want to hear. They pledge the future of ourselves, hold power to futures. Those who try to force us are corrupt in their agenda, hold no love for the people of the world. They make us believe we need to settle and bury our words in the sand as they unsheath more lies to soothe over public ears of the many hands they hold. Those true to their own spirit will never turn away from their pens. Their mouths will echo battle cries and their journey immortalized.
All right, that was Jessica Wilson. Give it up for her. All right, next to the stage, I don't have a last name here, just Jamie Alita. Jamie Alita, you in the house. All right, give it up.
Okay, this is a very short poem. Speak. Speak easy. Speak easily. Speak quietly in certain situations. Speak refinedly if you care to do so. For my religious family, speak in the name of the Lord truthfully. To everyone, speak your mind as loud, as clear as you can. Then, take a stand. Stand quickly, stand wisely, stand firmly. Stand your ground in the face of the adversity. And then, walk. Walk briskly, walk silently, walk with royal grace. Walk out on oppression. But always remember to read. Read with great sophistication. Read, seeking positive growth and understanding of the issues at hand, so that you will know what to speak for, what to stand for, what to walk for in this land. This is called wisdom. Thank you.
Jenny Alita, give it up for her. This microphone, there you go. Microphone has a bit of feedback on it. All right, I'm gonna bring up another poet that I'm not familiar too much with his works, but I am very looking forward to hearing him for actually the first time tonight. So please give it up to Hiram Sims.
My name's Hiram. Just so you know. No problem.
Sorry, bro.
just so you know.
Hiram.
I feel really powerful tonight, especially after that video. And I just want to tell a very short story before this inspired this poem. She's a family member of mine. She was in high school, and her father kept telling her, "You should be a lawyer, you should be a lawyer, you should be a lawyer." And she's like, "I don't want to be a lawyer, I want to be a painter." He's like, "Painters don't make no money, you should be a lawyer, you should be a lawyer, you should be a lawyer." And then she went to college, grad school, she became a lawyer, and then she did something that her father really didn't like, and her father told me, "You know, you can't trust those goddamn lawyers." And I was like, she did that for you. So I just find that whatever we want to be, we have to do it for us. And this is a dedication to all of the poets in the house tonight. It's called This Is Our Work. They want us to be nurses, you know, something respectable. A mailman maybe, sorting bills never to be paid. They would rather us become lawyers than be jealous that we have money and call us probably crooked and most certainly dishonest, but this is our work, this right here. They want us to be morticians so they can say we charge too much when their loved ones die. Maybe those fat black motorcycle cops who usher the 30 cars to the graveyard so they can snicker behind their windshield and say, they don't even have guns. They want us to be accountants so they can reluctantly wonder if we will run off with their fortune, but this is our work, this verse. They want us to be social workers so they can punch, kick, and moan as we drag their children away. They want us to be cops so they can blare, fuck the police when they think the squad car is out of hearing distance. They want us to be like judges or something so they can beg us to clear away the 14 parking tickets at their daughter's 8th birthday party. But this is our work, the only thing that can make a poet get out of bed. They want us to be doctors so they can blame us for the HMOs and the PPOs and the fear that organ donors will not be resuscitated. They want us to be telemarketers so they can cuss us out or tell us to go to hell when we interrupt the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air rerun to ask for our money. They want us to have a steady job, you know, maybe work in a beauty salon, doing press and curls, then tell everybody that we're probably gay, because ain't no straight man do women's hair. But this is our work, these metaphors, these similes. They want us to be secretaries so they can pinch our asses as we walk by, then dare us to sue. They want us to own the McDonald's and be entrepreneurs before they tell us we made their children fat and ugly. They want us to work the elevator in the fancy Las Vegas hotel and push the right floor for the traveler and his prostitute. But this is our work. They want us to be evil and depressed in our Chrysler 300. They want us to be downtrodden in our 5-bedroom lifetime debt. They want us to join them in their baptismal pool of misery and marvel at our 401k. They want us to do their work, and some of us will and quit later, but some of us will never start because we found out early that this is our work. This is the remnant of our labor, this line, this poem, this job. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. Give it up for Hiram? Hiram. Give it up for Hiram Sims. That was fantastic. Wow. I'm just so impressed with all the new voices I'm hearing tonight. It's like, I am so psyched to be working with you guys. You know, this is the Revolutionary Poets Brigade, if I didn't mention. Hey, Sean in the back, I see you just walking. Well, make sure to get you on the list there. I am just so excited to be working with all of you folks here because there's so much power in your voices. So give it up for yourselves. Come on. All right. I'd like to bring up another new voice for me, someone who I actually discovered I shared an anthology with. Iris, are you ready? All right, come on, Iris, anda.
Here you go.
Iris de anda. Thank you. This goes out to all the Occupy movements, the Arab Spring, Idle No More, Soy 132, wherever you find yourself. It's called Occupy Yourself. The system is sick, these words are our medicine. Shedding my skin like the new sun that is rising, calling my ancestors in for some guidance. Cutting all the way the cords of violence, like the calm before the storm, there is silence. Give me sight that I might see beyond the lies surrounding me, that I may let go of what I don't need because I've been falling. free-falling in lives both past and present through cycles of material lament. Ideas planted inside of me like weeds destroying, the greed is growing, the forest dying, the wind is crying, the volcano exploding, the ocean is rising. It is rising, we are rising. Ride the current, activate your essence, plant the seeds of resistance, watch them grow in the distance. Brothers and sisters across the planet, this time will be different. Occupy your life and stay take it, like adjust the Bill of Rights. Afraid of our flight, they try to cut our wings, seduce us with things. Translucent mind games give you more of the same. Inducing the youth, poisoning our fruit with their chemtrails, domesticating the children with the ABCs and the 1, 2, 3s, forgetting that which they came here to be, warriors of light, warriors of insight, warriors of rainbows. They wanted you to fail. Alchemy transforms this reality. Another way to engage when enraged is to meditate. There is humanity at stake. The seers at the lake foretold this tale. Try to wake you from your slumber. The 100th monkey awake reveals the system is all take and more take. Forgotten to breathe, losing air, hope is fleeting now. Remember to breathe, fists in air, love is being in the now. Occupy yourself, it begins from within. The thing that you're seeking has always been. Movements come and they go, you resist and you flow like clouds drifting. Remind me that revolutions give way to evolutions, give way to love. Like the chants you let out to let the healing in, the visions you carry into daylight from dreams. It is more than this, it is this and more. Occupy yourself and you will know. Watch it grow, emotions overflow. The wind whispers and trees speak to those who listen. All else has come to pass, the future calls us back. Star travelers, storytellers, let me tell you a story of how things came to be. You see, there was a shepherd herding the sheep. Only the shepherd was also asleep. Tell me where your dreams went. Time for mass descent on every continent. Question all content. Ask again and again until the answer comes from within. A divine connection all the children know. The adults will not listen, they do not know how. Program without realizing it. Hypnotized with television. Tell me where your visions went. You, falling star, traveled far, descended from heavens and dimensions unknown. Unknown here, I know where that place exists. Deep within your interior, a light burning truth. Let it expand, let it grow. There are seeds to spread and sprout and sow like love. A key to unlock the doors. A window is open now. It gives a glimpse of the soul, the spirit, the thing, you know, the thing which gives you life. It gives you wings. It gives you things unseen and opens more. Creation is a symphony. Elevate humanity. Is this bliss I've come upon? The 99% is waking up and we are strong. Burning the myth created, the fetus rises from the ashes. Letting my ancestors in with guidance. Occupy yourself, choose love, and life will survive. This system is sick. These words are a medicine. Like the calm before the storm, there is silence. Thank you.
Iris. Give it up for Iris Danda. The next person we're bringing up here, you probably know him more from the activist circles, very involved with a lot of stuff going on with Occupy, of course, but before, during, and it's still going on, so there's no after, it's still happening. But give it up for Michael Novick.
So people who know me often know that I'm called Michael Novick as if it's one word. And the reason for that is that growing up, there were 3 Michaels in my apartment building, and living in San Francisco some years ago, there were 5 Michaels in the gay men's collective that I was part of. And Michael Bumblebee died of AIDS, and Michael Ward drank himself to death in Italy, and Michael Silverstein killed himself, and Michael Krauss, which this poem is about, was the first Michael to die. What to do about death? I guess there's some bad news to tell you. Yes, we have really bad news. Michael was hit by a car on his bicycle last night and killed. We didn't want to tell you until you got home from work. 1, shock. Numbness and disbelief take me from my feet, cushion, and weigh on me. Jumping back from the force of it, suddenly burn, knuckles to my mouth, unable to close my mind back down around the enormous abruptness. 2, disbelief and denial. It can't be. Things like this don't happen in real life, but of course, things like this only happen in real life. Incomprehensible, unacceptable in its finality, but knowing that my inability to accept it doesn't make it less so. How can it be true? I saw him Monday night. Once I was crazy, and I knew with absolute finality that all the pain and ugliness in the universe, and especially in my consciousness, was someone else's paranoid fantasy. Knew that I had died and was in hell, roasting over a belief that I was alive and that this endless, painful burning was reality. But Michael was alive outside my consciousness of him, and now he is dead, though my consciousness rebels at the reality. 3, anguish, comfort, and grief. Only seeing, touching a hand, a face that knew him, that knows me, lets me experience my love and pain. Trust and space to let the hurt out, only to let the tears wash me. Only then alone can I groan and scream the denial louder than I knew was in me. 4, isolation, but I must plod to work and function, go to meetings and carry on. And I sink back into myself and bury my feelings until I doubt them and recognize the distance I have maintained, so that now when I need to trust, to let down and express my caring, I have first to tear down the barriers that I built. 5, non-acceptance again. Impossible to absorb. How can such a meaningful life have ended in such a meaningless way? I feel like a punching bag, vibrating my node to each blow, and each time smacked and set down again like a leaden-leaded boxer. I want to retreat into incomprehension, but I know I must struggle to name it, to face it. 6, loss. To see your face in my mind's eye, now cold and blue. To not touch your warm and hair-fringed lip again, to not see your green sneakers and rusty suede jacket coming down the street at a lope. To give you nothing ever again. To write about you in the past tense, to see you in crowds knowing it's not you. I hug the people we knew knowing I am not you and they are not you, and I am at a loss. 7, bitterness. Sometimes I believe in God again, the implacable God of Moses and Job, a God whom I absolutely hate, who strikes out, arbitrary, capricious, glorifying his own name by blighting the innocent and righteous with epilepsy, hysterectomies, splintering spinal discs, wounds and weakness and death. The taste of pitching headlong down a flight of stairs with a seed inside the pit of a peach wells up in me, but I know that you and I took strength from the speaking of bitterness against the landlords and masters who profit from human misery, took strength from the atheists in foxholes who are remaking history in Mozambique and Vietnam, in Angola and Peru. 8, anger. Damn this monster that we live and die in, that you could not experience the fruit of your labor and struggle, that the revolution has not yet been made, so that we could be extending and preserving its gains, building the future instead of only fighting for it. 9, resolve. Death gains its meaning from life, and to know death is to know how precious is life, and that nothing is more precious than independence and freedom. 10, resolution. And now you are dead, and I tried to hold on, to carry on. The material dialectic of a life, the cellular commonality and specificity of a human life, the process and project, the thread of use snapped, and so the tapestry must weave itself more tightly together in your absence. As your life has made a difference, as your death freezes infinity in its tracks, so we will make your death make a difference, take up the dropped stitch, the unfinished handiwork of the struggle that is the only immortality. We will sum up from your life and from your death and rededicate ourselves to carrying your life's work forward until victory.